Yo, yo, yo. Hey guys, Rowan here, and welcome back to Outer Worlds 2. Let's continue. Communications Tower controls. Access console for Communications Tower broadcast management. Status emergency power supply activated. Remove backup power core. Remove the emergency power supply to shut down Roawyn Point communications. Unlock media port. The media port slot is open, revealing access for a data cartridge. You definitely wouldn't want to insert any non-approved propaganda here, as it would be highly disruptive to Protectorate subjects on Horizon Point Station. Override Horizon Point's comms to Earth Directorate propaganda to cause a distraction. Insert Earth Directorate media. Okay.
This is gibberish. You have my attention.
Sneak up on you.
What's your purpose here? More content. Employing a thorough, methodical search pattern.
Oh, she's found lots of bodies. Oh no.
Forever vigilant. Some phantom of the mind. What? Mess with the cog, you get the tea.
Oh, dang it. Dang it, dang it, dang it.
This is gibberish. Better take a gander. Lollygag somewhere I ain't. Boarding insert. Can't be too far, I bet.
Turn
Giving
around.
chase.
Turn around.
Terminating this fruitless pursuance.
Where you going? For crying out loud. Where are you? You're over there now, huh? Chasing her around everywhere.
Content, never more content.
Oh. Fine. I'll go around behind you. Jeez Louise.
This paradigm we serve
Just
supplies
stay right there. Don't move. Very slowly coming to club you over the head. There we go. Alright, up we go.
Give us a minute. Something's not right.
Something's not right. You'd almost think We've been lured into a trap. Oh, so good to have help. About time. Prestige gin, delicious when mixed with tonic ice, loyalty. Moderation vodka, pure spirit, just like our sovereign. Cadet 4th Class Corbin's Journal. The Vigilant was so proud when I was assigned to this research facility, but I've shamed him, shamed everyone. Arbiter Jackson frequently and forcefully reminds me that I am lacking in discernment and ability due to my repeated failures. I even stepped in a pool of sick yesterday and didn't notice until another cadet angrily informed me. But everything pales in comparison to my inability to grasp the articles of doctrine. Several of them seem contradictory on their face, but it must be miscomprehension on my part, as all aspects of the Protectorate are infallible. I am truly at a loss, but to admit confusion would only cast further doubt on my worthiness and add to my demerits. And if I accrue too many more demerits, mental refreshment awaits me. I know it's meant to make those who need it better subjects, but the stories I've heard of the unfortunates who return with half-lidded, absent stares, no longer themselves, forgetting even where they are. Sovereign preserve me. Ooh, $300 right there. Bit cartridge. Some compact rounds. Bypass shunts.
Whoa. Hold on. What's this doing here?
Bar Pascal Bell received electronic explosion while leaving security ops.
Abara, Pascal, do you copy? Niles, say something.
What the fuck just happened? I see smoke.
Well, nothing good happened. Things just went bad. Real bad. Alright. Short rounds. Mercy Oxymorphone. Your victor of pain is a shed. 328 bits. Distraction device. Throw it this way when you want to sneak that way. Distraction devices are handheld devices that make loud noises. When a distraction device is thrown near an enemy, they are alerted and investigated, allowing you to sneak by, perform a sneak attack, or lure enemies into a trap. Distraction devices have a set range at which they can attract NPCs. Anyone outside that circle will not respond or react to it. Anti-meorbotic soda. Nothing but taste that you will enjoy. Are we sure about that? Are we sure it is tasty? 'Cause I am not so sure that it is tasty. Oh. I'm on fire. Awesome. Lubricant, pungent substance used to reduce the friction between two objects, not intended for personal use. Disinfecting spray for the skin, eyes, and lungs, not safe for painted surfaces. We sure it's safe on people? That's not promising. Okay. no loot. What gives? Why no loot? This is the other way. You go through security, come out this way. In a moment. Sparkling water, now carbon dioxide free. It's cartridge 5, nice. More money. Okay. Pop on in here. Now, another benefit of going the way we did is Niles is actually conscious, so we can talk to him here.
Commander, what do I do? Everything was fine, and then... Law, I think Pascal's hurt. I called out to her, but...
There is a 90% chance Agent Pascal is trapped under rubble. 87% chance she is mortally wounded beyond help. 85% chance she's deceased.
I don't understand. Everything went bad so fast. But we can't stay here. The mission. We've got to complete the mission.
Your new mission is to walk off that flesh wound, find Pascal, and return to the ship.
On it, Commander. Wouldn't dream of doing less than my Earth Director at best. Just like you told me. Ain't nobody's getting left behind on my watch. I'm just a bit dizzy at the moment. I'm sure it will pass. Sure hope I find her before the Protectorate sets their lamps on us.
Issuing urgent reminder. Time is of the essence. Please continue on to the Skip Labs to complete the mission. This unit will assist Agent Ibarra in his endeavors. Per Earth Directorate guidelines, an incapacitated agent's equipment is available for team use. Agent Ibarra's rifle is now yours, Commander. Using it may improve your odds of survival.
Commander, guards are closing in on your location. Agent DeVries, we need an updated tactical report. We've got agents down.
This makes no sense. There were no hostiles in the immediate area. No logical cause for that explosion. There's nothing more we can do for them. This doesn't change our mission. We have no choice but to keep pushing forward.
Security nitro flushed meal back. Pre-cooked, seasoned, ready to eat for the remitting sentinel, or unremitting sentinel on the trail of a suspect.
Now what?
Be vigilant. We don't know who caused the explosion. Arbiter demand.
Inquest complete.
Alright. A vulnerable mainstay in almost all Arcadian households. Every man, woman, and child of Arcadia is trained in the operation maintenance of a tried and true weapon.
Commencing guidance.
Replenishing my firearm.
Down you go, buddy. good old explosions. Everything is solved by explosions. Alright, we got some runaways.
There's a fire? Matriarch, save us!
Oh, I am sorry. Enemy will live. I'm not so sure about that. Hi. Sometimes they do drop loot. Today was not their day, because they didn't drop loot. Oh. Huh. I don't know why we just got stuff from a container there. That didn't pop up before, or I didn't see it. Alright, I'm just gonna double check some things. I'll be right back, folks. Alright, and we're back. And I did a sweep. It doesn't seem like I missed anything. So, on we go. Check on Niles. Niles, buddy, friend, you okay?
Agent Pascal! Where are you? If you can hear me, say something. Agent Pascal!
Man, Niles,
Where are you?
you need to get out of here, man.
Say something.
You're not doing so hot. I admire his courage in the face of the critical wound he suffered, but he needs to get out of here. Rendezvous with DeVries at the Skip Labs. Bridge to Skip Labs is raised. Can't go that way. Grenade and some stuff. I don't want to get spotted yet. You get this from going the security route. That's fine. That's unlocked. I'm gonna unlock this, but not go in. Notice, Day of Remembrance. This is a reminder that the annual Day of Remembrance will take place a fortnight from today. Let us use this time to reflect on the wisdom of Alexandra Varick and how we might each do our part to safeguard the perfect society she built for us. In honor of our matriarch, all personnel of Horizon Point are to gather at the highest platform of their assigned sector at midday and raise their hands to the sun. May your legacy inspire us all. Praise the sun. So, pop on over here.
You there! Come over here at once! Please?
So we're gonna be nice and do his quest. Now, you used to, and it must have been a bug, you used to be able to come in trigger the bridge, get a bunch of enemies, and then run around to the outside and talk to him, and he'd be cool with it, and then you could fight the enemies and do his quest. You can't do that anymore, so.
What are you doing here? Why aren't you at your post? Has this whole facility gone mad? Something has transpired at Central Dispatch. I've heard gunshots, screams. I fear we may be under attack, but how? This is the Sovereign's Arcadia. What was that broadcast? Seditious madness. I fear I've become a traitor simply by hearing it. Then the explosion. Please, tell me you know what's happening here.
This is an emergency. I need to get to the skip labs at once.
By the matriarch, your voice. You're the one I spoke to over the intercom, but you're not Mallory, which means I let an unauthorized person into the facility. No. I am ruined. You've played me for a fool, talked me into an action that borders on treason. And now, the price must be paid. I'm a loyal subject, I swear. Why would you do this to me?
If I apologized every time I use someone to get things done, I'd never get anything done.
You not only admit your transgressions as if that excuses what you've done, you've called my fealty into question with your actions. I am a subject of the Protectorate. I need not tolerate some malcontent having sport at my expense.
I'm sorry. That explosion upset me. I sometimes say the wrong thing when I'm upset.
I see. But that is a failing of mine as well, and far from the only one. You are far braver than me to admit such so readily. To be honest, I fear the demerits I have accrued due to my myriad failings doomed me long before I encountered you. It is only weeks, if not days, before I must face my fate. I'll just wait here for them to come and take me away. It is over for me. I need accept it. I know I'm still a loyal subject, even if no one else does.
I know you're a good subject. You'd be an even better one if you helped me out.
No, flattery will not work on me. I may not know who or what you are, but I know what I am. A failure, a disgrace. There is no help for me.
There's gotta be. I guess I'll have to find a way to change your mind.
You're back. Can't you just leave me to my misery?
So you're just waiting for them to drag you to mental refreshment? To face your biggest fear?
Of what matter is it if I go willingly or not? The fact is that it is unavoidable. My latest perpetual appraisal of purpose was less than adequate. It's just sitting on Arbiter Jackson's terminal, waiting like a blade above my head. When the demerits for this are added, maybe I'll be lucky and they'll just execute me instead.
It's sitting on a terminal? Here, I can help you out with that.
What do you mean, help me out? There is no help for me. Petitioning for redress is only admissible in extreme circumstances. Anything else shows a disrespect for the system's purity and perfection.
No, I mean I can change it for you. Erase your demerits.
I'm not certain I follow. You're saying you would alter an official report without authorization? To cover my abject failures? I've never heard of such a thing. Why, that could be like having a new start. Wait, what am I saying? I cannot be party to your scheme. I'd be caught for sure.
No, you wouldn't. With a clean record, they'd have no reason to suspect you of anything.
You do that for me?
Of course, if you let me into the skip labs.
Yes, at once. Glory be to the Protectorate.
Yeah, you can see the robots that we could fight, but...
Please remember what we spoke of. Off with you now. Before you're spotted. Off with you now. Before you're spotted.
Yeah, unfortunately, now that this is down, we can't trigger the alarm and fight these guys. Because even if we go in there... So let's save here. And even if I go in here, and let's say we murder Corbin, and we fail the quest, they're not gonna trigger. See, no attack droids. It's fine. It's fine. Because doing his quest is worth way more experience anyway. Now we're not going to go in there yet. I'm just going to double check. I don't think there's anything... Alas, I would have liked to fight all these, but you know, such as it is. Okay. Now we're not gonna pop in there; it'll aggro him. I have no reason to make him upset with me. We got all the loot in this area. So we'll go into the pumping station. Basically, extra experience, extra loot. Try though. Now I'm gonna split things here because I've got sweat in my eyes and I can't see. So I'll see you on the flip side, folks. And we're back. Okay. Let's continue on here. Scrap metal. It's been a little while since I played last, so I'm feeling a little out of sorts here. That's okay. We'll make it work here. Okay, didn't I kill... There was a sprat around here. I did kill that, right? Oh, yeah. Okay. Alright, let's continue on here.
The turret is non-functioning.
Oh no. Not a non-functional turret. Whatever will we do? Alright. I hear a sprat friend here. Hi, bud. Oh, I've disintegrated the sprat. Do I feel a little bit bad about that? Yeah, kinda. I mean, he was just living his best space rat life. and, you know, and I smacked him. Smacked him with extreme
Eye your
callous
neighbors
disregard.
carefully.
Okay. They didn't even spot me.
Liquored up on.
Okay, maybe that could have gone a little bit better.
Attempted.
Okay, hi. Yes, you're angry. I see you're very angry. Maybe we can take out.
Pushing ahead.
All right. Okay then.
Serve this.
Sheesh. None of these fools drop nothing. Don't love that. Was that explosive? Alright, hold that. It had some red on it. It could have been explosive. Oh, don't worry, game. I am dying plenty. No need for me to make this any harder. Nothing. No loot at all, huh? Don't love that. Nothing. Yeah, we don't want to mess with none of that. We will drop down this turret here. Alright. Got a little bit of loot there. Yeah. That looks fun. Money! So we could drop down over there. I don't want to do that. Not yet. Messages to pumping station personnel. Subject reminder of your duties. From Operator McShane. It has come to my attention that the pipes are being drained and refilled sporadically, rather than at the appointed times noted in your manual. Should this continue, I'll have no choice but to recommend mental refreshment for the lot of you. Remember, being stationed here at Horizon Point is an honor most Protectorate subject could ever dream of. Do not take this privilege lightly. Operator McShane. Secure access. Yep. Let me in. Unlock save. Disable barrier. Alright, well, we're gonna go through here. Alright, now we are out here. Look at that cool painting here. I'm getting a little bit of screen tearing here. Trying to see if that's showing up on the recording. Huh. Don't know what's up with that. Do not know.
What is wrong with you? Maybe if you hadn't wasted time announcing to the whole station that the Earth Directorate was here, Niles wouldn't have been caught in an explosion. You need to stop the tomfoolery, take the lift behind you, and get to me as soon as you can. It is imperative we retrieve this unsealed core and escape this station.
Yeah.
I had to close those doors to keep the entire sector from coming down on us.
Rude. Ma'am, you are just rude. It's absolutely rude. And mean. I've done nothing to deserve this. From Cadet Alderman, subject hypothesis on retrieval and restoration. To Warden Gian. Warden Gian, I've been conducting a minor yet thoughtful and scientifically sound experiment alongside my daily duties. I have noticed a few peculiarities that have led me to believe that items swallowed up by rifts may in fact somehow be recovered. Now this hypothesis is in its early stages, but I believe with some dedicated time and resources, we can dig deeper into the matter. Do I have your permission to proceed? Respectfully, Cadet P. Alderman. To Cadet Alderman, re-hypothesis on retrieval and restoration. From Warden Gian. Cadet, well, I wish I could applaud your industrious spirit. Your unwillingness to focus on your mandated work has given me pause. Do you not believe the decision to place you in this position was a wise one? Are you suggesting the plan is not an acceptable path to follow? May these questions open your eyes. You may see the root of your brazen effrontery. Set aside your hypothesis and instead redouble your efforts towards finding a cause for the rift's creation, as you have been chosen to do. Sovereign guide you, Warden Gian. From Mechanist Vaughn, automechanical tasking. To Warden Gian. Warden Gian, your new work orders acknowledge, and a roster of specially equipped automechanicals will be arriving shortly. Our team of mechanists are raring to get started. Surely with this new methodology, our work in stabilizing the containment chamber will be all the more effective. As a side note, I'd like to assure you that Mechanist Partible only has one automechanical under his purview, so the rest of the fleet should remain functional as anticipated. Mechanist A. Vaughn. Okay. Awareness and self. Enemies that see or hear you will build awareness. Avoid walking directly in front of an enemy's line of sight or approaching too quickly to avoid getting detected. After gaining enough awareness, enemies become suspicious and turn to face the disturbance. If they gain even more awareness, they will investigate the area they last heard or saw something in. If they find you, they will become alerted and attack. Crouching both makes it significantly harder for an enemy to see you or hear your footsteps. The sneak skill decreases the rate that enemies can spot you. Look for various perks or effects that can make your footsteps silent. What do we got here? Ooh. Compass. Even thousands of years after their invention, these devices are still useful. Unless you're lost in deep space, then you're probably doomed. I don't know. I decided to change the voice I was using halfway through. Throw it this way when you want to sneak that way. Throwable device that pulls the attention of anyone in the area. Okay, flywheel. Explosive grenades. Security, got him cigarettes. Smoke them if you got them. Okay. I hear people walking around. Scribbled note. After staring at the half-erased note for a good 30 seconds, you realize the science is way beyond your comprehension. Background professor. Reviewing nature of skip space, primary rift vortex, tertiary vortex, skip space affected by the rifts. Relationship between information and materials in a rift. Stability of space and time in the region of the rift.
Commander, be on your guard. I'm picking up increased security activity in your area. They'll be at your location at any moment.
Not a drill. Or it is. You're being tested. It is not our place to question. Questions are an addiction.
Alright. Time for a little smacky. Oh, he sees me. Little smacky upside the head.
Sort of peculiar. Invasive element!
I don't know what you're talking about, dude. Nobody here. Must have been the wind. Never mind that you're staring directly at me. We may be compromised. Okay, moving. Okay. Alright, easy peasy.
The sovereign provides, the system abides.
What was...
I got you. Goodbye. Night-night. Sleep tight. Don't let the invaders bite. Nobody here but us people that are supposed to be here. The The panel controls the line to a cluster of fuel cells. None of the options make sense to you. Alright, we're gonna use Lucky in a second here. I thought this new position was meant to be full of wonder and discovery, but no. Months in and I have nothing to show for my hard work except a legion of dismantled skip drives. All of them have malfunctioned in some fashion, and yet I can't find a pattern between them. Surely there must be one. Until we discover it, I believe it unwise to declare any drive as free of defects after inspection, as we cannot truly know for certain. We must find the pattern. Only then can we understand how they cause the catastrophes that come after. Power shunted to the orb. Bunch of technical mumbo-jumbo that means nothing to me. Okay, I already grabbed this. Alderman's Observation Notes, Part 1, Entry 1. The other cadets and I were discussing the skip core of a luncheon, exploring the possibility of harnessing its power for other applications, when a thought occurred to me. The containment seal around the core appears flexible, enough for a small item to pass through it. What happens when an item makes direct contact with the core? We've been warned away from approaching it at all costs, but I wonder... Yes. Yes, test this theory. Chaos! Yeah, science stuff. Do not know nothing about no science stuff. And not just because I have chosen dumb. I mean, that probably hasn't happened. Feeling distracted, daydreaming on job, mental refreshments here to help. Report yourself now. Don't fall prey to imperfection. I mean, that is important. Let's report ourselves for all of our crimes. So many crimes. Alright. See what happens when we push the button. You find the flow controls and increase them gradually enough to not set off any warnings. How fortunate. Okay. Ah, caused a little pulse right there, so anyone standing over here would have gotten toasted.
Commander, can you hear us? Something's wrong. We can't get into the skip lab, and DeVries isn't responding to our comms.
In other words, we're trapped out here. So don't count on us for backup. We'll be busy keeping ourselves alive.
Don't worry about us. Just get to DeVries and liberate that core so we can get out of here.
Security nitrogen flushed meal pack. Pre-cooked, seasoned, ready to eat for the unremitting sentinel on the trail of a suspect. Shiny servo. Servo appears bright and shiny as if it were brand new or recently well cleaned. You would be proud to let it fulfill any of your servo-related needs. Welcome, Aubrey Jackson. View personnel reports. Philip Alderman, Cadet 3rd Class. Perpetual appraisal purpose. Philip Alderman, Cadet 3rd Class. Philip Alderman has accrued 3 demerits in the past quarter. He has mishandled and/or misplaced lab equipment, has been prone to distractibility, and has submitted 2 separate requests of his superior and a mechanist in another facility. While Cadet Alderman has proven to be an asset to computational lab duties, his extracurricular activities are becoming a distraction. I fear this may result in the cadet deluding himself into believing that he is important enough to make such requests. Recommend placing him on a PIP, Purpose and Implementation Plan, so his official duties may rightfully become the center of his life once again. Below is a watch list containing subjects and their most recent warnings. Auto Contriver Lagenstrasse, disheveled uniform, oil-stained breeches, Cadet 5 suspected of spreading gossip. Devisor Iriko's left eyepiece off electronic looking glass after use. Second warning. Cadet Warden Novak overheard laughing on duty. Cadet Mechanist Maori languid gait and posture. Cecil Ivor Corbin, Cadet 4th Class. Perpetual appraisal of purpose, Cecil Ivor Corbin. Cadet 4th Class Cecil Ivor Corbin has accrued an exceeding number of demerits, including but not restricted to a general air of befuddlement, mistakenly activating the Skip Labs bridge at inopportune times, forcing those seeking ingress to wait up to a half a minute longer for him to correct his mistake, and repeatedly confounding articles of doctrine. Warden Gian has also noted the need to lecture the cadet at length on the importance of mental refreshment and maintaining the integrity and superiority of the Protectorate. In spite of this, the cadet continues to be unable to conceal his obsession with those few who have less than favorable outcomes, even though their inability to weather the process shows the rightness of submitting them to it in the first place. As we all know, any worthy subject has the strength and constitution to emerge even better for the experience, something the cadet may soon have first-hand knowledge of. Append demerit, treason. Note, reporting a fellow subject for treason indicates a conscious will on behalf of the subject in question to act against the Protectorate. Cadet 4th Class Cecil Ivor Corbin will be summarily executed upon submission of this command. Are you sure you wish to report this? Reports of treason can no longer be cancelled. Append demerit, carelessness. Note, reporting a fellow subject for carelessness will result in a Tier 1 demerit adjustment. Based on Cadet 4th Class Cecil Ivor Corbin's previous demerit level, he'll be promptly reassigned to mental refreshment upon submission of this report. Are you sure you wish to append this demerit? No. Delete all demerits. Deleting all demerits suggests the subject in question has fully recommitted themselves to the will of the Protectorate, or never on behalf of the user. If the latter, please submit yourself to the Arbiter after confirming this deletion. Only delete demerits if you are certain one of the above is the case. Yeah, we're gonna delete his demerits. We'll get a bunch of experience for completing the quest. And Cecil shows up later, so he'll owe us one. Yes, delete all demerits. Demerits deleted. Updated appraisal sent to Central Command Headquarters on Eden. If user error resulted in the initial assignment of these demerits, please report yourself to the Arbiter for disciplining. Thank you for your devotion to the Protectorate. Alright. Deleted all Corbin's demerits. So, Cadet 4th Class Corbin, the sentry at the entrance to the Skip Labs, is in danger of being sent to mental refreshment due to his last perpetual appraisal purpose being less than adequate. You offer to find a way to revise his appraisal to keep that from happening. You wipe Corbin's demerits, hopefully he'll appreciate this someday. Corbin's appraisal is likely on some kind of records terminal deeper in the Skip Labs. If found, it can likely be modified. You deleted all of Corbin's demerits. You located the terminal of Cadet Corbin's perpetual appraisal purpose. Okay. So let's take a look. So infiltrate Horizon Point. Your orders are to infiltrate Horizon Point under the guidance of the Embedded Earth Directorate Agent Augustine DeVries. Convince Cadet Corbin to disarm security auto mechanicals, gain access to the sector, hack security auto mechanicals, deal with security auto mechanicals, repower the landing pad to unlock access in the sector. Ship has been cleared for landing. Exit Horizon Point. Use astrogator cockpit to navigate to Horizon Point. Retrieve command credentials required to open the channel. Yours are in your cabin. Contact DeVries for mission briefing. Disable communications to Central Dispatch. Prevent Protectorate backup from being called in. Disable communications system in Central Dispatch. Overwrote Horizon Point's communications or Directorate propaganda. Disable transformer failsafe. DeVries stashed mail and lockers may help. Regroup your crewmates. Met backup with Bar Pascal and Val at perimeter Skip Labs. Bar Pascal and Val were seemingly caught in an explosion while leaving security ops. Check their status. Rendezvous DeVries and Skip Labs. Defenses are down across Horizon Point. Meet DeVries, Skip Labs. Find data you came for. Guards have been alerted to your presence on the lab's top floor. Bridge of Skip Labs lowered. Bridge of Skip Labs raised. Get to DeVries. Lost contact with Agent Jepson and Sandoval, but not before they gave you a warning. Rush through the Skip Labs to confront DeVries. Alright. leave that right there, because there's a good chance I'm gonna need it. Okay, can't go through this way yet.
Get this blasphemy off the screen before an arbiter sees it. A perfect society demands perfect thoughts. Perfection is impossible.
Okay, hold on. Okay. Okay. What happens if we enable power here? I didn't get any experience. So what if we turn it on, shock them briefly, and then turn it back off? That might be the play.
Help you with something? Aborting search. The sovereign provides, the system abides. Invasive elements!
Ah.
Corruptive influences!
Dang it. Can I turn it back on briefly? Shut it off without them dying. Okay. I think they're now pretty low.
It is the duty of every protectorate subject to invasive elements!
Got all the kills. That's the important thing there. Okay. So this next room is a bit of a messy room. I wanted to see that bracelet here. With all the fighting in Arcadia, what do baubles and trinkets such as this matter? Apparently quite a lot, given that people are still willing to buy this. Okay. Fair enough. Alderman's Observation Notes Part 2. Entry 2. Today I witnessed Mechanist Portables on a mechanical passing too closely to the chamber's walls and getting half its arm melted off in the process. I'm curious if all materials would suffer the same fate. Entry 3. I took the liberty of tossing a pair of Bond's spectacles into the chamber this evening. Something odd happened. Just before it disappeared into the void, it appears to flicker, as if attempting to reconstitute itself. I'll need more data to make sense of this. Okay, this room is a mess. Really, really messy. Because when I kill anyone, it's gonna spawn some auto mechanicals here.
What was... Enough of this wandering to and fro.
I think I want to go after the sniper.
What? Huh. Guess not.
Okay. So this room is problematic frequently.
Right. Quizzical. A boarding search.
Okay. I think I need to go after somebody in one shot.
Huh?
No, you don't see me.
I reckon I ought to reconnoiter.
Content. Ever more content. Giving chase.
Forever vigilant. A boarding search.
Some poor, deranged soul.
Tentacles shall turn the tide. Never questioned, never doubted.
Okay.
Never lacked.
We didn't trigger chaos there. we're fine though. So I had a lot of trouble this room when the auto mechanicals would turn against the protectorate here. They're not doing that. So, because we didn't go through the stealth option.
Inclined to give chase. We'll find them. Sure as eggs.
Okay. Yeah, as soon as these guys die, we're going to have a problem. 'Cause it's going to release the big robot. So, yeah, I need to kill them last. Yeah. Let's play this
Questions
smart.
are an addiction.
Okay. Let's run this way. Nope, don't pay any attention. Nobody here. Nothing to see. Okay. Now we take this guy out. Okay, those did not get triggered. Fantastic. Might have to do a little bit of this here. Yep, we'll just do a little bit of planking. Little bit of plink. All right. So far, so good. As soon as one of these dies, though, gonna have a big robot come out to play. So I might need to spread out a little bit of damage here. Just to make sure. The big robot's gonna be real scary. Nobody here? Must have been the wind. Okay, now they're both badly injured. I should be able to drop both of these guys in one go. No, I need to drop both of them. There's the big robot. All right. Okay. Make a save over here. Okay. 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 Okay, we got this. Got him. Alright. That was... Woo! That was the whole thing right there. Okay, we could do... vending machines. We definitely, you always want to use these because it gives you inhaler charges. We could do this, but I need all this money. So. Nothing. Pretty sure there's nothing here. Machining lab safety log. Day 1584. The containment chamber enclosing the miniature spatial rift anomaly has been determined to be in the state of stable. All levels remain within acceptable ranges. Day 1585. Per request from Warden Gion, Mechanist Vaughn has ensured a delivery of auto mechanicals to the containment chamber to further monitor levels and bolster the chamber's power. Day 1602. Mechanist Vaughn notes that monitored levels in the containment chamber have increased. Just as we had theorized, more testing is recommended before officially updating laboratory protocols. Day 1607, the containment chamber enclosing the miniature spatial rift anomaly has been determined to be in a state of fortified. All levels remain within acceptable ranges. Alright, I think we've gotten all the loot that there is to get. I'm going to split things here, folks. And I'll see you on the flip side of the Outer Worlds 2 side. See you there. And we're back. Okay. Oh, can't go that way, huh? Alright. Here goes.
Boy, damn it! Can't you get anything right? You were supposed to be dead already. I should have known an ex-convict would have a knack for self-preservation. Oh, an infuriating miscalculation on my part, but one that will soon be rectified.
I hope whoever you're working with paid you well enough to betray us, and the Earth Directorate.
You think I'd betray you, or the Earth Directorate, or my principals for a handful of bits? There is no betrayal here, though it is understandable someone like you would see it thus. No. The explanation is far more simple. The grand plan mandates this abomination of an experiment must die. And you along with it.
I see. Convenient how someone else is always the one being sacrificed in these scenarios.
Your righteousness is as unamusing as it is misplaced. I have no expectation to live through this either.
And Niles? Niles is just collateral damage to you? He thought you were his friend.
I was fond of him too. Saving him would have been preferable were I given the choice. But the plan cares not for our wants. I couldn't risk the delicate balance of the predictions. The mathematical computations involved are very specific.
I'm horrible at math. This is all gonna be up with that. That's pretty funny. But screw the math. It's not too late for you to stand down. Niles is alive.
There is no too late. This is happening right on time, as it must. And whether Niles is alive or dead has no bearing on it. Farewell, Commander.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Oh, she did it. Bye-bye. I'm sure that's fine. Night-night.
Roawyn's family has been killed by a naturally occurring rift anomaly. High priority alert to all Earth Directorate agents. Contact with Earth has been low.
Identified ships on the edge of Arcadia.
It's no longer just a spacer's choice, it's Auntie's choice. Greater value for your men.
Arcadian citizens, we've come to deliver you from oppression.
Yeah, that's basically what all train games are like. Pretty good on the second try, though. Remembering the Sovereign's family, may they rest in perfection. Subjects. Oh.
They're not hearing me, Val. They were out there for almost 10 years. You know what usually happens when someone left in suspended animation that long.
Explosive cell death may result from extended periods of suspended animation. Death occurs quickly as the human body rapidly liquefies.
Exactly. And it would be my fault it happens. Oh, I never should have stopped looking. I can't face the commander right now. Not like this. I'll be in the cockpit.
Welcome back to consciousness, Commander. Please accept your back pay for the previous mission. It has been prorated according to the mission's failure and your unapproved 3,468-day sabbatical.
I needed a nap. Hey, I deserve hazard pay for almost dying.
Due to the perilous nature of their job, Earth Directorate agents are not compensated with hazard pay. However, 2 more near-death experiences may entitle you to a decorative trophy.
Ooh, I want
Revival
that.
protocols mandate a physical and cognitive test to confirm mission readiness. This is to ensure no unexpected changes have occurred regarding your abilities, Commander.
Respect. That's probably for the best. I do feel a little different.
Say,
Okay. So we are going to respec here. And what I'm actually going to do is we're going to try to make engineering almost non-necessary. There's going to be some engineering checks we still won't be able to do, but we're going to be able to do most of the engineering related stuff. We're going to get brawny so we can pry open all the engineering doors. You're able to perform great feats of strength. In combat, you're an unstoppable force. It doesn't say you can pry open doors. It should. Sliding or sprinting into hostiles will knock them down. Cooled in 5 seconds. Yeah, we'll never probably use that. And then I'm actually going to get innovative. First off, I like crafting. I like items in games. But this also subs in for some engineering checks. You're inventive and crafty, always able to find unique solutions to complex problems. You found numerous ways to be more efficient when crafting. Crafting recipes for ammo, throwables, and resources. Create up to twice as many of those items for the same amount of crafting materials. And we're going to be done. You weren't recruited for your ability to plan or solve problems. You just can't learn some things. During skill selection, lock 12 of the available skills. Those skills can never have points added to them. Yeah, we don't get to change our appearance here or our background, but that's okay. Alright, we are going to just uncheck everything, make sure I got the right stuff here. So we're going to lock sneak. We're going to lock melee. We're going to lock leadership. We're going to lock guns. We're going to lock engineering. We're going to tag hack. And we're going to take observation at first, because there's some important early perks that I need to get. So, hack. Hack skill allows unauthorized access to various mechanical systems, such as terminals on mechanicals and vending machines. Investing in the hack skill allows you to select perks that let you disable automex directly, hack into bounty terminals, and access the restricted inventory of vending machines. For every level of hack, hack checks equal to your hack skill and lower can be overcome, plus 5% damage to auto mechanicals. Observation. The observation skill reveals hidden objects in the world and subtle behaviors and conversations. Investing in the observation skill allows you to select perks that lets you find more loot, track enemies, and more effectively use enemy weak spots. For every level of observation, hidden objects with a difficulty at or below your skill level can be found, plus 15% weak spot damage. Or do we want... Maybe I want to wait on observation and get speech. I know there's a early perk I really need to get with hack. That lets me hack bounty terminals for money. Because you basically, you want to get it and then gain experience because it refreshes when you gain experience. I think I only need 1 point in observation to get the other perk I need. So actually, yeah, we'll do speech. The speech skill allows you to better influence others in conversations. Investing in the speech skill allows you to select perks that let you get discounts at vendors, intimidate others, and gain more reputation with factions. For every level of speech checks with a difficulty at or below your skill level can be selected, plus 5% damage to humans. Okay. And we want to stay on very hard, yes, please.
Assessment complete. It appears you experienced some changes while in suspended animation, but nothing of concern. This unit will update your records accordingly. An event summary will now be provided to improve your situational awareness, Commander. If you feel yourself beginning to liquefy at any point, please notify this unit immediately.
I'm ready. Give me the briefing, Val.
Following an aggressive merger between Anti-Cleo's and Spacer's Choice, the new corporate entity known as Anti's Choice invaded Arcadia. Anti's Choice claims they are following market demands and liberating Arcadia through the power of capitalism. Many have died. Unfortunately, their invasion fleet also exacerbated the rift anomaly created by Agent DeVries' sabotage of Horizon Point. This means no ship can enter or leave the colony. The rift also remains a threat to the colony. Current estimations suggest the rift will destroy Arcadia in the next 10 years. Give or take 7 to 8 years.
I see. Well then. Wow, things really fell apart without me, didn't they?
Initiating reassurance. Do not worry, Commander. Prior to now, the probability of your intervention having had any impact on current events approaches 0%, while the rift is a low to medium priority concern. Agent Ibarra has expressed far more confusion and alarm about Agent DeVries' latest actions.
I see. There is no justice in the galaxy if a traitor like her survived.
Agent DeVries did indeed survive Horizon Point. This was confirmed when she brought down the old Earth Directorate surveillance satellite earlier this month. The satellite had been gathering information since before your mission. When it fell, it signaled agents across the colony, leading to the discovery of you and Agent DeVries. Agent Ibarra prioritized your recovery above pursuing Agent DeVries. This involved disassembling and rebuilding the astrogator to allow the incognito to travel to your location.
I see. Rebuild the astrogator? Is that even possible?
It is inadvisable. However, Agent Ibarra has had many years to teach himself new skills, though he has not shown the same aptitude in soap making, hydroponics, or cooking. This unit has also observed a marked improvement in Agent Ibarra's hygiene regimen since the satellite was brought down. He is shaving again, and routinely changes his clothing. Final update. Due to the deaths of every other squad member, Agent Ibarra is now a full agent. He is currently in the cockpit. Please extend your congratulations when you see him.
Yay! The Earth Directorate found a flaw in you. Consumerism. You're the reason our marketing works. Promotions and sales have riddled your brain, and you're more interested in buying the next big thing than financial planning. Effects minus 15% vendor prices. Minus 10% sell value at vendors. We're accepting all the flaws. Skill improvements. Every time you level up, you earn skill points to spend on improving your skills. Spending a skill point raises the skill by 1 up to your current level. If the skill is specialized, that limit is raised by 2, allowing them to surpass your level. Skills are used for various checks across the game, often having a passive bonus that is raised immediately, and will allow you to access more and more perks for purchase. Okay. So, selecting perks. Every 2 level ups, you gain a perk point to spend on unlocking exciting perks. Most perks are gated by skills, but some require the purchase of specific perks or the acquisition of a powerful item. More powerful perks are only available after you've acquired a certain number of total perks. This requirement can be fulfilled by the purchase of any available perks. You can favorite perks to help plan out your build on perk screen. So we have 1 perk point here. Okay. Yeah, I think I do need to put my 1 point into observation here. Then 1 point into speech. So we're going for easily distracted, which means we need to spread points. Our starting points don't count. We need to put 1 point into 5 different skills. So 1, 2 now. We'll need 3 more. Earliest level you can get is level 4. Nope, hold on. Yes, apply. Yeah, I think I need to get Treasure Hunter first. And then, yeah, we're never going to get any of the engineering perks because we've blocked that off. Then, yep, I need to get restricted access and then bit transfer here. Yeah, it needs 2 perks purchased to get, so. Yeah, we're going to get Treasure Hunter. Searching through containers can occasionally reward you bonus bits or crafting materials. One of the most powerful perks in the game. It's going to really add up over time. Although, it sounds like they did nerf it in a patch because it was proccing twice, but still, very good. Okay, so we got Treasure Hunter. Reputation and factions. Your reputation represents how you're viewed by various factions of Arcadia. As your reputation with faction changes, you'll receive bonuses and penalties from members of that faction, such as vendor prices, or the effectiveness of your speech skill in conversations. Alright. DeVries has betrayed your team and sabotaged the mission, destroying Horizon's Point. You've lost contact with Agents Jepson and Sandoval, but not before they give you a warning. Yeah. Recalling the score. Almost 10 years has passed since your failed mission at Horizon Point. Find out what's happened since then and decide on your next course of action. Speak with Niles. Niles is now a full-blown agent and is in the Incognito's cockpit. Speak with him to discuss next steps. Okay. Alright, every 2 level up. So, we're not going to be able to get my hacking terminals until level 6. So, yeah. That's okay. Well, next level we get, we will pickpocket's one I also want. But we will get next up, here's my hacking ones. Yeah. We're going to get restricted access and then bit transfer, and then we need to earn 7,200 experience points to access the accounts again, which is why we want to get that early. Okay. So, I'm going to go ahead. Let's save here. So, I'm actually avoiding a lot of stuff right now.
This unit requires your assistance. Records indicate that lockboxes, such as the 2 housed in this dispenser, were originally part of a failed smuggling operation. Special lockbox keys are needed to open them. After discovering the first lockbox, Agent Ibarra installed this dispenser to house additional lockboxes, which may be located throughout the colony. Unfortunately, due to a jam, the dispenser is currently inoperable. Agent Ibarra deprioritized its repair in order to focus on rescuing you, Commander.
I see. These muscles aren't just for show, you know. Brute meet force.
To preserve the integrity of the contents, brute force is inadvisable. Theorizing. Extracting the contents from the first lockbox may disencumber the dispenser, allowing it to return to normal operations. This unit has an advanced decryption key that can open the first lockbox, Commander.
If you have the key already, why not unlock it yourself?
Agent Ibarra updated this unit's security protocols following an incident of minor exposure. This unit is currently forbidden from unlocking containers, safes, and bathrooms in use. Helpful addendum. Scans also indicate an Auntie's Choice dematerializer within the first lockbox, which you may find useful in the discreet disposal of bodies, Commander.
My formal legal counsel would advise me not to comment on that.
Valerie units are not authorized to comment on active or inactive criminal cases. Additionally, the second lockbox's contents may contain parts to upgrade your Valerie unit. Upgrades are recommended to improve your experience of Valerie.
You do look like you could use a little love.
Please do not attempt
no.
physical intimacy with your Valerie unit.
The fact that you're programmed with that warning is a little worrying.
This unit is programmed for all manner of self-defense.
Well, all I meant was that you look a little bit more banged up than I remember, Val.
This unit may suffer occasional wear and tear in the course of performing its operations. Routine maintenance is required.
I'm sure Niles is doing his best. Anyway, let's get to fixing this dispenser.
Acknowledged. An upgraded Valerie unit will boost the team's overall level of effectiveness by an estimated 87.3%. Please be on the lookout for any additional lockboxes, which may be stored here for your convenience.
Fantastic.
How are you feeling, Agent? Have you performed your advised rest and recuperation period following the conclusion of your last mission? This unit is currently unavailable for further medical assessment. Subject appears to be exhibiting signs of mental confusion. Updating medical charts.
Rude.
How are you feeling, Agent? Have you performed your advised rest and recuperation period following the conclusion of your last mission?
Alright, let's get this. Anti-acidic dematerializer. Fires a spray of extremely volatile goo when activated, dealing corrosive damage at a very short range. Corpses hit will melt away, preventing others from finding them and acting accordingly. Energy 40. Do not eat this liquid. Please dispose of any targeted acidic remains in a safe manner. Do not eat the remains. High security lockbox jamming this machine needs to be removed. Anti-acidic dematerializer. Anti-acidic dematerializer is a silent gadget that deals corrosive damage to enemies at a short range. Enemies killed by the gadget disintegrate, removing the opportunity for enemies to find them. The gadget can be fired quickly or held, letting you get into the perfect position before firing. You can also use the gadget to disintegrate corpses.
Congratulations on your acquisition of the dematerializer. The dispenser is now functioning normally. Your ability to conceal homicides has also been increased by 85.9%. Subject appears to be exhibiting signs of mental confusion.
Now,
Updating
do
medical
I
check.
have to do that right now? Can I wait to do that? So we get a bunch of experience.
This unit is currently unavailable
I'm gonna
for
see if we
further
can wait.
medical assessment.
So we can wait, I want to wait. Alright, well, gain some
All
experience
these
there.
years and I still can't get my head around what Augustine did. Sacrificing her whole team. And for what? What did our blood pay for?
DeVries was a traitor. She'll get what's coming to her.
Oh, Commander. Thought you were Val. Glad to see you up and ambling about. And not, human stew.
I heard what you said earlier. Has it really been 10 years since Horizon's Point?
More like 9 and change. And a rough 9 years at that. But who's counting? You know, when I first learned some of the escape pods made it away from the station, I'd hoped. I did search for you, Commander. Just as soon as I was able.
I see. Well, don't beat yourself up about it. I'm sure you did the best you could. This is going to give us some affection, some reputation. I don't know exactly how it works, but we're going to get a plus with Niles.
Might be you're giving me more grace than I deserve, but either way, thank you. So then, I gather Val's described our state of affairs?
Confirmed. The commander has received a full briefing on the following topics: the invasion of Arcadia, the Rift, and Agent DeVries' survival.
DeVries. Would have been better if she joined the dead. I figured she'd done just that until I got the alert that she brought down the Earth Directorate satellite. If she's of a mind to, she could use the information on that thing to destabilize the Rift and destroy Arcadia. She was one of us, Commander. It's our responsibility to stop her.
Fine by me. I've got a bullet I'm saving just for her.
Acts of unprovoked violence are not sanctioned by the Earth Directorate except on occasions of premeditative self-defense.
How about on the occasions of stopping a maniac from destroying an entire system?
Searching. Mission parameters not found. Please contact the Earth Directorate for updated orders.
Can't, Val. You know that. She's going to ground now. But as part of her original undercover mission, DeVries was inserted at the Vox relay station on Paradise Island. She'd have followed protocol, established a safe room there. Wager that's where we'll find clues as to her present plans and whereabouts.
Wow, okay then. And this will give us some appreciation now. Sounds like you've already done some legwork. Good job, Agent.
Thank you, Commander. Means a lot coming from you. Just to be clear, I'm not saying we're strolling up to the Vox station and knock nicely. The Vox is highly restricted and heavily defended. It'd be a death sentence. We might ought to explore the island first, find out what we can. The satellite alert pinged DeVries' tracker in a town, name of Fairfield. Wasn't nowhere clear as yours, so we need to poke around a bit. Doubt she's there now, but it seems a better place to start than assaulting a protectorate communications hub.
All right.
The sooner we get to Paradise Island, the better. Astrogator's yours, whenever you're ready. Astrogator's yours, whenever you're ready. Astrogator's yours, whenever you're ready.
Hey, Val.
Subject appears to be exhibiting signs of mental confusion. Updating medical charts. How are you feeling, Agent? Have you performed your advised rest and recuperation period following the conclusion of your last mission? How are you feeling, Agent? Have you performed your advised rest and recuperation period following the conclusion of your last mission?
Incognito navigation terminal. Eden. As Elysium's largest and most populated colonized moon, Eden is blessed with a breathable atmosphere and tropical climate that requires minimal terraforming to render habitable. Gentle trade winds reliably blow in a uniform direction, hence Eden's dramatic wind-swept spires. Much of this moon's idyllic landscape is now scarred from battle, although untouched pockets of paradise remain.
Ready to disembark, Commander. Just say the word. Ought to bring Val with us when we leave. She might not look it, but she can be fearsome in a fight. Ready to disembark, Commander. Just say the word. Ready to disembark, Commander. Just say the word.
Okay, Val, what do you guys say about this?
This unit is currently unavailable for further medical assessment. Subject appears to be exhibiting signs of mental confusion.
Healthy improvement. Find a way to open the lockbox in the Incognito, which contains new parts to upgrade Val. Retrieve the Deer Materializer. Val asks you to unlock the first lockbox in the dispenser containing an Auntie's Choice Dematerializer gadget. Doing so should allow the machine to cycle to the next lockbox, which has the parts to upgrade her.
Confusion. Updating medical charts.
we're gonna wait on that. Companions. You can have up to 2 companions who follow and assist you on your adventure. Each companion has a special companion ability that can be activated once charged. Each companion ability is unique and can taunt enemies, deal a quick burst of damage, or even heal you. Companions also level up with you and gain a perk point every 5 levels you can spend in the ledger. Oh. Getting some weird blurriness there. Alright. Well, don't know what's up with that. If you come across a challenge you don't seem equipped to handle, try leveling up and finding better equipment first. Okay. So first off, we've got the Premium Moon Man Helmet, plus 5% base health. It's premium! Gain a bonus to damage resistance. Scaling with total bits held. Donning this helmet, you feel a burning desire to increase your net worth by any means necessary. Zane's Helmet, plus 5% base health. Commander's Profile, after using a companion's ability, gain plus 10% damage resistance for 30 seconds. Enter the jaws of death, your loyal comrades in tow, leading them out again is optional. So I do want to call out, I'm trying to avoid gaining experience. I'm trying to avoid looting because I want to get some of these flaws first. So I'm going to throw on Zane's Helmet here. Premium Moonman Armor, evasion chance plus 15%, damage resistance plus 5%, combat sprint speed 25%, armor 4 medium. Enviable looks, commanding abilities charge 10% faster. Cost cut materials plus 30% damage resistance, but 5% damage resistance is lost every time the wearer takes damage, down to no additional bonus. Resets on combat end. Dazzle friends and foes alike, all shall bow to you as Auntie's favorite family member. Zane's Armor, 4 medium. Also has the same evasion and damage resistance and combat sprint speed. Directorate's best. Well, in tactical time dilation, attacking consumes 25% less gadget energy. Step into the slightly bloodstained finery of the Earth Directorate's greatest hero. We'll do the chunky armor. Zane's Pistol. Damage 19. Ammo type compact rounds. Magazine size 20. Weak spot bonus plus 35%. Directorate's Pride, increased critical chance and critical hits, restore health equal to a percentage of damage dealt. Advanced Mag, increases magazine capacity and reload speed, and adds penetration through soft targets. Reflex Sight, 1.75 magnification, increases critical hit chance and reduces recoil. Can the commander make it out alive? Yes, with this enhanced service weapon in hand, anything is possible. Zane's Blade. 31 DPS, covert grip. After scoring a kill from stealth, gain camouflage. While camouflage, you're invisible to enemies and deal bonus damage. Has 1 minute cooldown between activations. Obsidian Blade increases sneak attack damage while camouflaged. Be the Blade of Freedom, sinking into the putrid gallbladder of oppression. Deluxe Moonman Staff, 55 DPS, damage 52. Defense Grip, gain 50% damage resistance against all sources, including range while blocking. Direct Advertisement, scoring kills, grants temporary plus 20% damage and power attacks that last 6 seconds. The time for subtlety has passed. Get ready to do some guerrilla marketing. Yeah, probably. No, actually, no, that's less damage. Rather have more damage on our sneak attack. Premium Moonman SMG, 35 DPS, damage 11 times 4. Ammo type short rounds, magazine size 40, weak spot bonus plus 35%. Deluxe Edition, automatically gain a small number of bits on scoring a kill. An experimental weapon that funnels bits to your account for every foe slain. The Moonman watches the bloodbath, his hungry eyes never closing. Alright. We're gonna talk to our friends here. Hi, Niles.
Is it me, or has my ankle been squeaking? You can hear it too, right? Must be the damn rotator again. Anyway, need something, Commander?
I'd like to know more about this merger between Anti-Cleo's and Spacer's Choice.
It was less merger and more hostile takeover. I don't have all the details, but it sounds like Spacer's Choice tried to outmaneuver Anti-Cleo through quasi-legal means and got a hell of a lot more than they bargained for. And now her new brand's been turned into an invasion force bent on conquering the entire system. Funny how life works out.
I have a few personal questions for you.
Oh yeah? What's needling you?
We never really got the chance to know each other. I'd like to change that.
Fair point. Guess Horizon Point didn't exactly foster a lasting fellowship, did it?
Irrevocable betrayal does tend to put a damper on most relationships.
Why, Commander? You mean to tell me you don't enjoy being jettisoned into space and left for dead? Color me stupefied. All jesting aside, what's there to tell? Spent the first year getting back up on my feet, literally. Been mostly laying low since then, maintaining my cover. Before the invasion, at least, the Earth Directorate still needed someone to watch the colony, and I had 2 working lamps.
Glad I missed all that. Sounds tedious.
Yeah. Figure they'll leave that episode out of the serials. Consider yourself lucky you got to skip ahead to the cliffhanger. Arcadia's a tinderbox right now. War spun up folks on all sides, and stepping into trouble is easier than ever. And that's not even touching on the rift. The people in this colony need us, Commander. Even if they don't know it yet.
Well, please don't take this the wrong way, but how did you survive?
Same as you. Dumb luck. Barely made it back to the ship on my own power. Don't much recall after that. Val tells me I was in a bad way. I needed an honest-to-law doctor. Found one on Eden willing to patch me up. I'm not adding color when I say he saved my life. Most Protectorate would have snubbed me for bleeding out without the Sovereign's permit.
Wait. A Protectorate doctor fixed you up? Isn't that against the rules?
This was before the invasion. Not to say there wasn't some risk, what with the Sentinels and all, but it ain't like it is now. The Protectorate used to believe they were untouchable. Now they know they're mortal same as the rest of us. That's some hard gravity to pull.
So, it's just been you and the Valerie unit this whole time?
Not always. Went a couple of stretches there on low power to avoid detection from Protectorate patrols. I usually shut it down for a few cycles then. The way you're gawping at me right now makes me think I answered that question wrong.
The correct answer was negative, Commander. That would be harmful to my mental state.
Sure, we're a tight pair, but it's nothing unhealthy like you're slanting at. Val's got me out of more scrapes than I can count. She can be a little Delphic at times, but she'll grow on you. Promise.
Doubtful. I don't trust machines.
Best keep one eye open then, in case Val decides you're looking a little peaked and gives you a nutraceutical shot. Needle's a lot bigger than you'd expect.
Oh, good. Intravenous nutrition, just what the doctor ordered.
Just twisting your valve, Commander. Val can only stick you without your consent while operating under her Good Samaritan protocol. And you'd have to be unconscious for that.
Are you sure you're okay? You were alone a long time, Val notwithstanding.
I appreciate the concern. Won't lie, had some hard years. Got caught up in a few lost causes, the particulars of which I'd rather not go into now, if it's all the same.
All right, I'm here if you ever want to talk, though.
No point jawing about history when our ex-agent friend is out there doing her damnedest to ruin the future.
Has anything good happened since Horizon Point?
I found you. Oh, and Val's been stalling less since I patched her acclimator. Ship doesn't smell anymore. That's about it.
I'm impressed Valerie still works so well after all these years.
Most Valerie units have an operating life of only a few years, but that's on account of it being more cost-effective to replace rather than repair. I don't share that philosophy, personally. You don't junk someone just because one of their parts stops working right. You do whatever it takes to get them up and running again.
That reminds me, I never properly thanked you for saving me.
Only wish I'd known you were out there. I'd have come sooner. Guess that's one more thing we can thank our good pal DeVries for next time we lay lamps on her. Speaking of, we should probably get back to it.
One last question. You mentioned the ship smelled before. Smelled like what?
Spratwurst.
I'm gonna need more details. A lot more, Niles.
I was trying to teach myself some new skills in the galley. Val got it into her hardware. I needed a hobby. I figured Spratwurst ain't an easy meal to mess up.
Sounds like it turned out well.
Nothing like a small grease fire in space to get the vitals pumping.
All right. You didn't grow up in Arcadia, obviously. What was life like where you're from?
Like most colonies. Good people being ground down from above. A lot of fancy talk from suits about streamlining and quarterly earnings while them on the line barely scrape by. Triangulum's known for churning out freighters, and shipbuilding ain't exactly known for being clean, safe work neither. Especially when corners get cut. Can't remember a time I didn't end the day all banged up, filthy, and smelling like I just crawled out of an exhaust port.
Bet you were eager for a chance to escape that life. I know I'd be.
It was hard work, sure. But there was something special about seeing one of them long haulers fire up her engines for the first time and knowing you had a hand in her construction. Funny thing was, I wasn't even an engineer back then. But I wanted to learn, so I paid attention. Too good of attention, as it turned out.
No such thing as being too observant, but go on.
I was working late one evening and overheard something I shouldn't have. Some bigwigs exchanging inside information that would have cost the corporation a pretty bit. A day later, I was being accused of corporate espionage. Didn't want to bring any heat down on anyone else, so I went on the run before the first jackboot showed up at my door.
We'll get some more respect now. Always putting others first. That's one of the things I like about you now.
Oh, now. You'll have to tell me what those other things are sometime. I was on the run for... I don't even know how long. The days sort of bled into one another. I started losing hope of things ever changing for the better. Then, the Earth Directorate showed up. They liberated Triangulum, pulling me and the rest of the colony out from under the corporate boot. Joining up after that just made sense.
Do you ever regret becoming an Earth Directorate agent?
I could ask you the same thing.
So, I don't know what this is gonna do, but it triggers a he'll remember this. Absolutely. Screw the Earth Directorate. They've never done anything for me.
Harsh, but I get where you're coming from. Sometimes I wonder what would have happened if I'd gone back to my old life instead of becoming an agent. Stayed on Triangulum, become an engineer or something near to it. I knew joining up with the Earth Directorate wasn't going to be a life of low turbulence, but at least it'd have dignity and purpose to it.
Well, do you still believe that?
Not much dignity in having your limbs blown off. Sorry, that was blunt.
Hey, if anyone has a right to be angry, it's you.
I'd say you've got cause enough yourself. 10 years lost ain't nothing to sniff at. But back to your initial question, do I regret becoming an agent? Yeah, some days. But then there's days like the one when I found you, and well, not much to regret there. Only thing I know for sure is my opinion today is colored by more than just the rosy tint of a low-run kid looking up at the stars. Life's not fair, but it keeps on.
I bet that kid would be awfully proud of the man you become.
You buttering me up
And
for a
that's
favor?
affection.
I'll tell you right now, I'm not taking extra shifts cleaning the head.
You gotta learn how to take a compliment, Agent Ibarra.
Ah, well then, thanks. Just hope that good opinion of me holds.
I'd love to hear more about your family.
My folks shuffled off the motor coil when I was little. Assembly line accident. Got passed between some distant relations for a few years. They tried their best. Weren't cruel or nothing, but life on Triangulum was tough. And they had their own families to worry about, you know? I didn't like feeling like I was adding to their burden, so I struck out on my own just as soon as I could. And well, you know how that turned out.
You ever miss them?
Yeah. Thoughts crossed my mind over the years, especially when it was just me and Val. I wish I spent more time with her when I had the chance. No point missing something you're never getting back, though.
Well, we won't be stuck in Arcadia forever. Maybe you can go visit them one day. This will give us some respect now.
That's either hope or foolishness, Commander, and I can't tell which. Even if we survive the rift, 10 years is a long time to be gone. No word. They probably figure I'm dead. But void it all. Now you got me thinking about it. How about this? We ever make it out of this system, I'll take you back to Triangulum, make the introductions myself. Deal?
Deal.
Oh yeah. They're gonna get a real charge out of you.
Tell me how you first met DeVries.
She was one of the forward agents who went ahead to assess just how bad Triangulum had gotten. We met while I was in hiding. And I helped her learn the lay of the land, as it were. She was no nonsense. I thought her one of the smartest people I'd ever met. And while she could also be cutting, I felt like I only caught her edge when I deserved it. I liked her. And for some reason, she seemed to take a shine to me. But she wasn't around long. By the time I officially joined up, she'd already moved on to the next mission.
Is that the last time you saw her before Horizon Point?
Sure was. Kept hoping I might run into her during training. But now I know she was busy turning her coat here in Arcadia.
Something else I want to talk about.
I've got time.
Actually, never mind. It can wait. Alright. Let's talk to Val.
Awaiting orders. How may this unit assist you, Commander?
I'd like to know a little more about Paradise Island.
Paradise Island is a sparsely populated landmass located off the west coast of Eden's primary continent. The island is host to idyllic coastlines, verdant flora, and extremely hostile protectorate garrisons. Plan your visit accordingly.
Tell me a little bit about yourself, Val.
Presenting the Valerie unit, the latest and greatest in a line of Earth Directorate support automechanicals. All you could want in a squad mate at half the cost. The Valerie unit is the exclusive property of the Earth Directorate and is not intended for civilian or commercial use. Resale of this unit is strictly prohibited.
What is your view of our mission?
Searching mission parameters. One moment. Searching. Error. Unable to find current mission parameters. Defaulting to last known objectives. Goal. Infiltrate Horizon Point Station and retrieve data pertaining to skip drives and rifts.
You'll have to pardon Val, Commander. She gets confused sometimes. Logic unit can't always keep up. I keep tinkering with her assembly, but no dice.
Have you tried turning her off and on again?
I swear, Commander. Sometimes I can't tell whether you're having me over or not.
Forcing this unit into standby mode while already deployed on active patrol is not recommended. Do you have any other queries, Commander?
Valerie, how much weight do you think you could carry? Just a fun hypothetical.
Attempting to ride this unit in order to replicate the experience of flight is strongly discouraged.
That only makes you want to do it more. Imagine how quickly I could get around.
What? Are your legs painted on, Commander? Can't get around on your own power?
Thank you for your interest in utilizing this unit, but that action is inadvisable at this time. Do you have any other queries, Commander?
What does Valerie stand for, anyway?
Vitality augmentation, logistics evaluation, reconnaissance, and information extraction unit.
Oh yeah, that's a mouthful. I can see why your creators went with the acronym.
Do you have any other queries, Commander?
So, you've been in operation for a long time. Give me the highlights of your service history.
This unit was first deployed on a mission to Redacted more than 10 years ago and was primarily credited for that operation's success. Other highlights include the triumph at Redacted, the rescue of Redacted, and the first successful execution of the Stanfield maneuver in zero gravity.
Stanfield maneuver? What's that?
Detailed instructions on how to perform the Stanfield maneuver are proprietary to the Earth Directorate and strictly confidential.
Niles? You know what that is?
Never scored myself the clearance to learn it for fact. But best as I can tell, it's a complex EVA involving a drone and an agent shot up with enough adrenal to wake the dead.
Attempts at the Stanfield maneuver, as proposed by theorist Marion Stanfield, has resulted in multiple deaths, mutilations, and maimings, leading to a ban shortly after discovery. Do you have any other queries, Commander?
that's all for now. Okay, so I need to start getting flaws. So here's what I'm gonna do. Because there's a flaw cooldown timer. First flaw I need is one that gives me bonus experience. So I'm gonna go ahead and there's a 2-hour cooldown, roughly speaking. I'm just gonna leave the game running and I'll be back when I can get the flaw. I'll see you on the flip side a long time from now. See you there, folks. And we're back after a very, very long time. So, I'm gonna try to do this now. Okay, I think we can get foot and mouth syndrome here. I think. We're gonna try. Oh, there's my pod. Okay.
Being this close to DeVries feels like we're finally on track to set the universe aright. Anyway, need something, Commander?
Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do a lot of this isn't working out. I think it's time we part ways. But I'm going to start off by just casually doing this.
Where's this coming from? I do something to get in your bad books?
Never mind. You can stay for now.
Well, now that my ticker's restarted, was there something you actually wanted? Apart from scaring the daylights out of me.
Talk more later. Alright. I just wanted to start by doing that. Now I should.
Can't get that Andy's Choice jingle out of my head. Hey, if I start humming it, you do what you gotta.
I will.
Anyway, need something, Commander? What? Well, now that my ticker's restarted. What? Well, now that my tick. What? Well, now that my. What? Well, now that my. What? Well, now that.
Okay,
what?
I'm
well,
hitting one
now, what?
immediately
well,
after.
Now
here.
that. What? Well, now that. What? Well, now that my. What? Well, now that my. What? Well, now that. What? Well, now that. Oh yeah, what's needling you?
Oh, I thought I accidentally.
No offense. Anyway, need something. What? Well, now that my ticker's restart. What? Well, now that my tick. What? Well, now that my tick. What? Well, now that my tick. What? Well, now that my. What?
I
well,
need to
now
do
that,
this
what?
a
well,
bunch here.
Now that my. What? Well, 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 now that. What? Well,
all
now
right.
that. What? Well, now that. What? Well, now that my. What? Well.
I don't know the exact amount.
Now that my what? Well,
I think it's like
now that
30
what? Well,
times.
now that my what? Well, 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 now that my ticker's restarted. What? Well, what? Where's this coming from? Well, anyway, need some what? Well, now that my ticker's restarted. Well. Now that my ticker's what? Well, now that my 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 what? Well,
cramp.
Now that my what? Well, 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 now that my tick. Well, now that my what? Well, now that my ticker's restarted.
Okay. I am getting a ton of screen tearing. I don't think you guys can see it. I don't know what's going on with that. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, that might help.
Anyway, need something come well. Now that my well. Now that my well. Now that my what? Well, now that my well, now that my what? Well, now that my well, now that my what? Well, now that what? Well, now that my well, now that what? Well, now
all right,
that
I'm
what?
trying
Well,
to get foot and
now
mouth
that
syndrome, which is going to give us bonus XP,
now that my
which is
well,
why
now
this
that
is
what?
the
Well,
first thing
now that what? Well,
we're doing
now that what? Well,
in the
now
game.
that well, now that what? Well, now that what? Well, now that what? Well, now that
So that
well,
henceforth,
now that well, now what? Well. Now, well,
we'll get a bunch of
now
extra
that, well,
experience.
Now that, well, now that my, well, now that, well, now then, 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 well, now that my tickers were stuck.
Please tell me. Come on. Come on, my dude.
Is it me or anyway? Need something, Commander? What? Where's this coming from? I do something to get in your bad books? Well, what? Where's this coming from? I do something. Well, what? Where's this coming from? Well, now that my ticker's restarted.
I must say, just in case, because I don't want to accidentally get rid of Niles forever
Can't
here.
get the Andy's Choice jingle out of him anyway. Is it me or has my anyway? Need something, Commander? Well, now that my ticker's restarted. Well, now that my ticker's restarted. What? Where's this coming from? Well, now that my what? Where's this coming from? Well, what? Well, now that my what? Well, now that oh yeah, what's needling you?
All right. Seriously, Niles?
Being this close anyway. Need something, Commander?
I have been
What?
sitting
Well,
here waiting
now that my
forever.
ticker's restarted. What? Well, now that my ticker's restarted. Well, now that my well, now that well, now that well.
There is
now that my,
no
well,
way I
now
haven't
that my,
met the
well,
qualifications
now that my
here, gang.
well, now that my 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 well, now that my.
All right, fine. Go outside here. I don't know what. Maybe I'll have to wait longer. Ah! Game.
No offense.
Okay, now they moved things.
Need something, Commander?
Okay, 4-1.
Now that my ticker's restarted. Well, now that my what? Well, now that my well, now that my tick. Well, now that my 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 tick. Well, now that my tick. Well, now that my 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 tick. Well, now that my tick. Well, now that my ticker's restarted.
All right. Seriously? Game. Have I not sacrificed? Have I not waited long enough?
Need something, Commander? Well, now that my tick. Well, now that my tick.
Game.
Now that my ticker's. Well,
Please.
now that my tick. Well, now that my ticker. Well, now that my tick. Well, now that my tick. Well, now that my tick. Well, now that my well.
I have
now that
done.
My, where's this coming? Well, now that my what? Well, now that my tick. What? Well, now that my ticker's what? Well, now that my ticker's restarted. Well, now that my ticker's restarted. Was this something you actually wanted?
Game, please. Please. Please, game. I have done what you asked of me. Oh no. But why? Game, please. Please. I beg of you. Give me foot and mouth syndrome, I beg of you.
Can't get that anyway. Need what? Where's the well? Now that my ticker's well.
We're
now
just
that
gonna
my,
keep trying.
What's needling you? Anyway, need something, Commander? What? Where's this coming from? Well, oh yeah? What's needling? No offense to anyway. Need what? Well, oh yeah? What's needling you?
Maybe I'm going too fast. Okay.
Anyway, need something? What? Well, now that my ticker's what? Where's this come? Well, now that my ticker's what?
All right, we're gonna go a little slower.
Now that my what? Where's this coming from? Well, now that what? Where's it? Well, now that what? Where's it? Well, now then what? Where's this coming?
Go a little slower, maybe.
Where's this? Well,
maybe I was going too fast for the game to register.
Now that what? Where's this? Well, now that what? Where's well? Now that what? Where's this? Well, now what? Where's well? Now what? Where's well? Now that what? Where's well? Now that what? Where's well? Now what?
What? Well.
Now then
what?
Where's well? Now that what? Where's well? Now then
what?
What?
Well.
What's needling you?
Oh, please.
Anyway.
Foot and mouth
Need something
syndrome.
What? Where's well? Now that my what? Where's this? Well, now that my tick what? Well, now that my ticker's restarted. What? Where's what? Oh yeah? What's needling you?
We're gonna keep going.
Need something what? Where's this? Well, now that my tick what? Where's this? Well, now that my what? Where's it? Well,
I'm just...
now that what? Where's well? Now that what?
Well, keep going.
Now what? Where's well? Now what? Well, now
maybe it wasn't registering, so I was going too fast.
Well, now that what? Well, now 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 what?
Keep going.
Well, now what? Well,
I should
well
have waited enough time here
now what?
To qualify for some flaws.
Well, now what? 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 Well, now what?
All right.
Well, now what? Well, now what? Well, what?
All right.
Well, now what? Well, now what? Well, now what? Well, what?
I don't know how many of these we need to do exactly.
Well, now what? Well, now that my ticker's restarted. Oh yeah? What's needling?
All right. Have I just not qualified for flaws despite sitting here forever? Because look at this. Look at this. So 2 hours, so 3 hours. So yeah, 3 hours, nearly 6 hours.
Anyway, need some what? Where's well? Now what? Where's well? Now what? Where's well? Now what? Where's well? Now what? Well, now what?
Game, I don't appreciate.
Well, now what? Well,
making this really hard for me.
Well, now what? Well, now what? Well, now what? Well, now what? Well, now what?
It might be random chance after doing the behavior and being off cooldown. I don't know.
Where's well? Now what? Where's well? Now what? Where's well? Now what?
I will continue waiting, game. If we have to spend the rest of my playthrough sitting here racking up thousands of hours,
now what?
I'm gonna do it.
Where's well? Now what? Well, now what?
I'm just
well. What?
Do some more here.
Now what? Well, now what? Well, what? Well, now what?
I feel like we've got plenty.
What? Well, what? Well, now what? Well, what? Well, what? Well, what? Well, what? Well, oh yeah? What's needling you?
That feels like that should have been sufficient, but we don't have nothing here. Alright. I just want to check here. Oh, I don't think I can craft that much here to do the crafting one. I should be good. Game, please. I beg of you. Game, please. I've been good. I did what I was asked. I've been good. Game.
Being anyway. Need something, Commander? Oh, yeah? What's needling? Anyway. Need something, Commander? What? Where's this? Well, now that my ticker's restored. What? Where's, well, now,
Okay, we're
what?
just gonna do a little
Where's,
bit
well,
more.
Now, what? Where's, well, now, what? Well, now the what?
Come
well,
on, game.
Now, what? Well, now, what? Well, now, what? Well,
I
now, what?
should have
well, now,
the
what?
right amount of time.
Well, now the what? Well, now what? Well, now what? Where's well? Now what? Well, now what? Sure. Oh. Can't get anywhere. Need something, Commander? Sure. Always happy to tool around for a bit. What did you have in mind?
Okay. Let's try something here. So, if you slide around and you get bad knees, you have the flaw gain active there. For some reason, I might still not be able to get flaws yet. So we're gonna do this a bunch. Alright, game. You're very funny. And the fact that we can't get flaws yet. Seriously. I've been good. I've been good. I deserve my flaws. Game, please. I deserve them. I deserve the flaws. I've been waiting here. Game, why? Why won't you give me my flaws? I don't think we can. Yeah, I don't think we're getting flaws here. Yeah. I think it's gonna make us wait longer. Okay, well. Well, I'll guess I'll continue, waiting. See you folks on the flip side of the Outer Worlds 2 side in 200 million years. See you then. Alright. And we're back. So, here's the problem. We are now... Let's see. We ended this tutorial area at around 3 hours. I'm now over 7 hours more, and I still can't trigger flaws. I am not sure why that's the case. The only thing that could possibly be the reason is there's something we don't know about that's blocking acquisition. So, what I'm going to do here is we're going to head into the first town. And hopefully, that's the problem. Is that we just need to do this. Okay. I didn't want to level up by discovering Fairfield, but this might have been the problem.
Keep your petty skepticism. I'll pay my tab in no time. You'll see. Mark my words, when my deal comes through, I'll have enough bits to own this place.
Nothing says there's a new sheriff in town. Quite like a giant hologram over the town hall. Maybe we ought to go and introduce ourselves.
Okay. So we did level here. Get hack up, so that's 1, 2, 3. Then we need to put a point into one of our other skills here. We'll do lockpick. Yes, and we'll confirm. So, hopefully, this was the problem here. We might have to now wait. I think I'm gonna have to wait now.
When might I begin laboring for Auntie? I so eagerly want to contribute to the corporate whole.
Pull your thrusters, friend. A little gumption goes a long way in this town. Don't make us look bad.
I did not intend to offend. Please report me to mental refreshment at once.
Only refreshment around here has got Auntie Fizzo on the bottle. Really takes the edge off.
Yeah, see, the reason I'm repeatedly sliding is that can trigger bad knees flaw. Alright. I think I might have to restart my waiting game. Okay. Okay, hold on. So, I just got bad knees. So we can get what we need there. Can I get bad knees without doing that? Alright. We're gonna go slide crazy here. Alright, that's fine. Whatever.
Ready to waste them on your command.
I just want to see, can we...
Must be from that ship on the landing pad.
Oh, gotta find Fairfield, apparently. Or I'm going to end up finding Fairfield, apparently. What if we go out this way, huh? Alright. It might be something with flaws get level locked. We're just gonna... We're learning stuff here. I'm thinking that's it.
This unit has observed a significant increase in your levels of physical activity, Agent Ibarra. Helpful reminder. Please make time for rest and engaging hostile life forms.
You guys have fun with that. I'm just...
Agent's health needs.
Guns cocked and...
Okay, I'm just trying to see if I can get this. It's a proc. So I might have been waiting forever for no reason. Go figure. Wow. Kind of frustrating. This is actually tiring my hand out.
At the risk of sounding glib, that ain't a good sign.
Correction. The sign seems to be functioning nominally.
Can't say the same for the...
Entering a functional state.
Ah, company. Must be from that ship on the...
Welcome to... even so, going to have to... Well, then,
I'm
realize,
just
end of the day.
testing things here.
Whoa there, go-getter.
Okay. Okay. So, all that waiting around seems to have been to no avail. Alright, guys. Man, I don't even know anymore. Waited tons of hours, what, 7 hours? Just idling in the game? Seriously now, game? You're going to do this to me now? I'm very confused. maybe there's a threshold that we need to pass here. Okay. So all my waiting. Alright. Well, we're learning here. Okay, we're just about to proc this. So, right there. Okay. Okay. I waited tons of hours, but it's all right. Like right here. It might be like starting the game lock.
Being this close to anyway. Need something, Commander? Anyway. Need something, Commander? What? Well, now that my what? Well, now that my what? Sure. Oh. No, anyway. Need something? What? Where's well? Now that what? Where's well? Now that what? Well, now that my what?
Okay.
Well, now that what? Where's well? Now that what? Where's well? Now that what? Where's well? Now what? Well, now that what? Where's well? Now that what? Well, now what? Well, now what? Well, now what? Well, now what? Where's well? Now what? Well, now what? Well, now what? Well, now that my ticker's restarted.
Seriously? There we go. Okay. 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 All right, we're making this work. This is what I wanted before we gain a bunch of experience. The Earth Directorate found a flaw in you, foot and mouth syndrome. You've been racing through conversations and seem to hate the idea of having to talk with others. Your choices and conversations are now randomly picked for you after a few seconds, but you gain a bonus to all experience earned. Yes. Yes, please. The Earth Directorate found a flaw in you. Flawed. Life hasn't been easy for you, but you've learned to power through any of your disadvantages and come out the better for it. This flaw drastically changes the experience. It's not recommended for your first playthrough. Ha ha ha, what do you know? Flaws must be accepted, but you get an extra perk point every 5 levels. This bonus is retroactive. Yes, please. Alright. We finally did it. Holy cats. That took a very, very long time. Okay. So now that we got that, we need to start the wait again, because there is a lot more of these I need to get. So I'll see you folks on the flip side of the Outer Worlds 2 side. See you there. I just realized, folks, this has been a very, very, very long episode. I got lost in the sauce of trying to get our flaws. So I'm going to end the episode here, folks. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section below. Don't forget to support me on Patreon if you like what I do, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye!